Hello everyone, how you doing? My name is Lord PDTV. I am the head of the YouTube division here at lordsofgaming.net. In addition to that, I am the Chief Communication Officer. Now, I'm here to tell you about something amazing. We got invited to a early access preview of Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 back at the end of December. Now, myself and Lord Cognito, we went down there. We were lucky enough to get a couple of hours, I would say, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 hours of game time to be able to play Kingdom Come Deliverance. Now, I took a couple of video while I was there, and I really wanted to show you some of the things that are happening throughout this whole entire game, which we found very, very interesting. Now, I think that overall, the gameplay will kind of show for itself. Just a reminder, the game comes out on February 4th. So, be ready for that. And let's kind of get into it. Now I'm going to show you kind of some of the videos. I'm going to talk through some of the stuff that happens during the videos so that you can end up seeing how it is and my impressions of this amazing game. So anyhow, and without further ado, here we go. Now, as always, the game starts in 15th century Bohemia, and they're going to end up giving you a little bit of background and kind of a general understanding of the game itself, and kind of just goes through and shows you, where you are, what you're doing, and what things are going to bring you to the light. Now, as you can see here, these are the amazing cinematics that comes into it, and kind of the communication of how it is. This game starts at the end of the first one, so there's going to be almost like this feeling of continuation. Now, one of the amazing things that you're going to see throughout this whole entire game is the love of Hans and Henry as it's going throughout this whole entire time. Now, they do that through the communication in open world and also in the time of the cinematics. As you see here, this is one of the cinematic slash open world scenarios that you kind of get put through, and I wanted to really show everyone how that is. In addition to that, it also shows you that the flashback sequences, if you are new to the game, it is going to bring all of those things forward, and it is going to allow you to understand where you are in the game right now.
But the gate is closed.
Now, the game is a little bit on the gorier side, but that is pretty standard from the first one if you've ever played any type of medieval type of game. So please be aware of that as we're going through it. Now, as you always know, your options, or I should say your decisions through the options really do matter, as some of the stuff later on where you can end up killing individuals or saving individuals or screaming at individuals to scare them away, and you kind of figure out what's going to happen later on. I'm not really going to describe or give any more information out on that other than it is pretty dang amazing. Now, as you see here, you're kind of walking through the scenario and you're trying to get this information, and you can see, the past of how Henry and Hans are kind of making it through, and you see, the situation of Henry talking to his father. So you're getting that past love and past, emotional feelings of Henry. Now, there is a stealth portion of the game where me personally I feel has been elevated in comparison to the way it was in the first game. Now, this video here, this little portion is going to show you two subject matters of what's happening. You're going to end up seeing that, the stealth portion of this game has been enhanced. In addition to that, the humor and the love of Hans to Henry, and you're going to see how enjoyable that is with these two.
What was that? What is this racket here?
Now, as you can see here, this is probably one of my favorite cinematics, and it shows the growth of the individuals, of where they have come and where they are going. Now, as always, you know, they have their saying, and I feel that it is an amazing saying. And this, like I said, this shows the connection between both of these individuals and how much they love and care for each other. This also shows growth of the character for Henry and also for Hans. Now, Henry originally had no ability to speak Latin or read Latin, and later on you learn that he actually can now read and write and understand it. And the reason for that is because of the first game, you end up getting the time to speak and learn that language.
Fortune favors the brave. Let's carry on.
Now, there are different mini games in this version. There is the dice game, which you probably dealt with in the first time, which, you know, it took me a little bit to kind of get myself back into the realm of thoughts. But once I kind of got it down, I was able to play it actually pretty easily, and I was very happy with it. Now, the other thing that you're going to see eventually when you're playing is you're going to have a blacksmithing area. Now, we all know that Henry is, you know, the son of a blacksmith. In the first game, you were only really able to repair your weapons and, you know, shine them and things like that. But in this, we are actually able to create weapons, so swords and things like that. No armor as of now, but definitely the weaponry. And that is definitely something that is brought into this game, which it really gives you a more in-depth thought of Henry and the followers and the friends, and also it kind of shows you the growth of Henry as a person. In addition to that, you probably or might remember that, you know, you're able to create potions in the first one, and this version is no different. You're able to create your own potions by, you know, decanting and distilling and doing all that stuff that you need to do. I will say that it is actually vastly harder than I thought it was going to be, because I did not remember doing this in the first one, and I will tell you this now, it is definitely difficult. Now, for people that are coming into this game for the first time and you really haven't done this before, you're going to know that, you know, you are going to be put into this place where you are going to have essentially a starting area so you learn what to do. For instance, the combat here, it is a little changed for the weapons. You do have an up option, a left, a right, and then a down, which comes from either the left or the right, but that is a together option. There's no center option anymore. You do have a little bit of an easier like visual for blocking and attacking, so that is there. But you also have, you know, all of your other options, so you can kind of learn the game again. You know, you're able to learn your dice game, you're able to learn, you know, your communication of what's happening, and so on and so forth. Now, overall, throughout this whole entire game itself, you'll see that the combat is a little more fluid and easier. And the reason why I'm saying that is because you actually just have an easier time being able to do it. It took me a little bit of time to kind of get myself back in the groove, but once I got back in the groove, it worked out pretty well. There's also something that in this game about your inventory. You're actually able to hold multiple different weapons on your belt, so you're able to hold, you know, a sword or an axe or something along those lines if you're kind of going through, you know, fighting, because they have this, you know, I would say sword beats, you know, arrow, like archery, and then archery beats, you know, plate, and vice versa. And then I think axe beats plate also, or something like that. I don't remember the exact things, but this really does help show you and make sure that, you know, you are good and you can end up getting that stuff done. Also, there is a lot of different types of abilities and things like that in the menus. Now, just so people know, we actually have a amazing interview with Toby from War Studios. When we were there, we actually had I think it was about a 45-minute conversation with him, which is over at lordsofgaming.net. I'm sorry, IronLordPodcast. They have that over there. We're gonna have an article over at lordsofgaming.net, and I myself, LordPDTV, where I'm going to be having videos and things put onto my channel also if you're looking for more things there. Here we're going to put, other informational stuff too, but overall I wanted to make sure you know that we're going to have lots of coverage. The other thing I'm going to tell you is that, once again, this game comes out on February 4th. Now, it is definitely a very interesting game to sit and play with. I will definitely tell you that it is worth the pickup, and I would say definitely pick it up, play it, enjoy it, see how things go with it. I will also tell you that you are definitely going to have this amazing feeling when you're playing this game again. And the reason I'm saying that is because it really has changed and evolved, not only as, you as a player, but Henry as a player, the gaming studio. They have put their heart and soul and love into this game. I can't tell you how much I appreciate and love that. You can tell that the people are doing this game out of passion and not just, because they have to. And I really, really like that. So thanks again, Aurora Studios, for being able to supply us, this, and being able to let us talk about this so early. Hopefully, we can end up seeing, Kingdom Come Deliverance 3 out of this once this is all said and done. I feel that the story and the writers doing a fantastic job, and I've said it multiple times. I feel like this is kind of like the story grabs you, pulls onto you, and holds you, so there's no way that you want to stop playing it until you are done with it. We ended up playing it in the middle to end of December, and I wanted to play it again, so I actually came home and started playing Kingdom Come Deliverance 1, because that's how much I became just drenched in the atmosphere and wanting to play it again. So thank you all again. My name is Lord PDTV. Please make sure you are subscribing to this channel, to the Iron Lords podcast, and my own channel, Lord PDTV, to see all the coverage, to see everything that's going on. The links, we'll have them below, and hopefully we'll end up seeing you soon. Thank you all, and enjoy. Bye, everybody.